Hello everyone, Charles here with slicktrade.net, and in this presentation I'd like to talk about the euro dollar and what we have in store for us here in the future. So if you happen to be trading it last week, you know that price definitely created a new trend on the hourly time frame. We are in a long trend currently. Now on the hourly, we created a first leg and second, possibly third. Okay, it's not quite clear on here, but if we switch over to the 4 hour, you can see that here we were still in a downtrend, okay, and price I'd like to show you guys a clear example if you're not used to trading yet or still learning any of that. Okay, so here we were in a defined short trend, okay? Here was a heavy drop, okay? Since this, we have, if you were trading this, you more than likely were entering the shorts as price came up to the defined trend line there. But we have formed a nice kind of triangle trend here, okay? If you can see this clean triangle, okay? Now, we broke that and had a candle body hold above on the 28th of April, okay? Since then, we had a little bit of a correction here. Since then, we've had a consolidating period, and we broke that consolidation, or new defined range, whatever technical term you personally use. Everyone's a little bit different. We broke that range, which we identified in the room not that long ago, right here, and that was on the 30th. Okay, now we're on the 3rd of May. Okay, so what can we expect at this point? Okay, if you are using the professor setup, then you know, oops, there we go. So it had a long opportunity alert here. Now this is on the 4 hour. If we switch down to the 1 hour, here was where that was identified on the 28th, okay? We had our initial correction or retrace, which we do expect with this setup, as it gives you nice trend break alerts, okay? So if you happen to get in on that one, then you gained a nice 140 pips roughly there with that move, okay? But what is going to happen at this point? So there's a few different things we could see. We've already had a slight correction on the hourly. On the 4 hour, price broke to the upside, okay? It broke this defined range here and continued to head up. There hasn't been much of a correction, okay? We've really only created the start of a first leg, okay? If you're viewing that on the 4 hour. Now, if we check the daily, we still have some mixed signals happening here, okay? This is a clear triangle trend. So the safest way to play this trade would be to look at some previous support and resistance levels. Right here was where we had some momentum breaks here and here, here, here. Here we experienced consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. This is a real nice line at the 1.10121 level. Okay, now our next area where we really experienced a lot of consolidation or momentum breaks was at the 1.09495 level. Okay, now if you look, that is where that entire candle was really painted. There's a little above, a little below, but that is definitely, within that. So how are we going to trade this? If we look at the daily time frame, we can see that price, let's go right back here. Let's see if this shows anything nice and clear. Let's check our going on here. Okay, so until we experience a break out of these levels, okay, we could continue to see momentum kind of fulfilling within this triangle, but if we have a break to the upside or downside, then that's going to give us a little bit clearer visual on where price is headed. Now, let's switch back to our 4-hour time frame. If this is true and we are actually going into a nice defined long trend, then on the 4-hour chart, we actually have a pretty nice entry currently for a long position with not a lot of risk, okay? So right here is another key level, the 1.09615. Right here in our lower supply zone here, the upper, the highest point of that supply zone, 1.10388. Okay, so these are the two key levels I'm going to be watching on the 4-hour time frame. Now, what does that mean? That simply means that I am going to use this. Let's look at the range of this. That is Busta. He's got a lot to say about what's happening in the market right now, apparently. So we have a 78 pip range, okay? A lot can happen within a 78 pip move like that, okay? So if price breaks below this level and the candle body itself holds below, then I will be looking at this next defined range, okay? Or our previous defined range, technically. So if price breaks above our supply zone here and that candle body holds, then I'll be looking at long entries, okay? So right now what you can do to still be able to trade throughout the week, if you are wanting to trade this asset, is put these key levels on an hourly chart, 15-minute chart, depending what style trader you are, okay? Just note that the lower you go on those time frames, the higher the risk becomes, unless if you set yourself up with a nice plan, okay? And stick to your plan. If you don't, then you're just going to end up eating away any profits, okay? So be smart about this. But not only can you use these as break levels, we can use this range as an opportunity for buy levels and sell levels, okay? So if we take a look at this, so this right here would be our buy zone. or buy level, however you'd like to, whatever term you'd like to call it. Okay, all gets traded the same way. And here is our sell. So if you're looking at the opportunity just to enter the market right away, overall, we are currently in a long trend. We have had a slight correction to the downside. Not a large move. Let me just see. From the high down to where it has corrected, it's about 43 pips. That's decent, okay? So we could see price, continue right back down here. We'll see when the market opens. We'll see what the market delivers. But this would be an opportunity on shorter time frames to go long. Now, if you are a member in the room, then I would recommend, pulling up the Fultron or even the Professor on a shorter time frame. But if you pull up the Fultron, you can watch for those EMAs to cross, and if you have your alerts set to, based on that EMA cross, then when it crosses to the upside, as long as price is above this level, this 1.09615, then you're safe, okay? If price breaks below this level, okay, and the candle body holds, I'm not talking about a wick breaking, okay? I'm talking about the actual candle body closing and holding below this level. Then I would get out of any longs, okay, and I would start looking at this zone here, okay, as you can see previously, consolidation and momentum breaks, okay? So, be real careful. I mean, we've got a nice trend forming here, okay? And although we like to just get in and yes, the market is turning around. Yes, it is, actually creating a defined trend. When we look at this daily time frame, it's still a mess, okay? There's a lot going on here that, yes, can provide nice opportunities for trade entries, but there's no clear path. There's no clear highs and lows. It's in a triangle trend, okay? So until we have that clear pattern, you want to be careful, okay? And when I say clear pattern, again, if you're new to trading, go back and look at this area right here. This is gorgeous. It's creating lower highs, first leg, second, third, and down. And here we have our consolidation point. Now, this is beautiful. It's creating lower highs, lower lows. Here, you can't say that. Here, we're just staying within this range. And a lot of that was created from the COVID-19 pandemic, when it started, really, when we saw those drops in the market, it really kind of affected the way at least this chart looks, okay? So just be careful, be smart, okay? And you can still, like I said, you can still get in the market, but make sure you have those clear levels laid out on your chart, and make sure that you have a plan, okay? Are you going to go long anytime price comes back to this level or near this level? If you are, then when the market opens, if it's above this level tonight, then go long, okay? When price comes up to this level, if the candle body doesn't break, if you don't see momentum to the upside, protect your profit, okay? And get out and look at shorts, okay? Because the market corrects, all right? Even though, price will head up and it's in an uptrend, it's still going to have corrections back down. So just be smart, really lay these levels out. Now, if price breaks above this level, okay, don't go into any shorts. Be looking at longs. Create yourself a new zone, and it's clearly defined right here. That's your next zone. Okay. And actually, I mean, if you're looking for breaks, I'd say at this level, if you are trading it as in a buy zone, sell zone, then I would move it up to the upper portion of this level here. Okay, sorry, words not coming out. So just be smart about it. You can still trade it. As far as the 1 hour time frame is concerned, we've already had a correction back down. It lines up with the 4 hour. It is in a long trend, but we've got, like I said, we've got that one leg to, this is kind of a weird little area to me. I'm just going to call this one leg. I know well, we're still a new high. We got a new high, yeah, okay, so first leg, second leg. Sorry, had to think about that. Third leg, so we're already on that third. And here we are. So is price going to create a higher correction, or are we just going to continue up? Okay, so if you're wanting to get in right away, I'd say low risk right here, go long, you know? And let's see here. If we zoom out just a little bit here, so the upper portion of this, that coincides with previous support and resistance levels here. Okay, so at that point, I would say that this is your buy zone and this is your sell zone. Okay, now if price breaks above, be looking for more long opportunities. If price breaks below, create your new zone. Let's see where we're at. You'd be looking at around there. If it breaks to the upside, you're going to be looking at around here. Okay. So there is a bit of a plan, no matter which way price goes. You have a nice buy zone, sell zone. You have nice breakout points to watch for. Here's some buy zone. Here's your sell zone. And these are our breakout points. Okay, again, candle body holds above or below one of those levels, reevaluate. Okay, that is what I'm looking at. So I will add this all to the post for you, and 4 hours laid out daily. I will post this drawing up for you, so you can see some key levels to watch for breaks. You could treat this as a buy and sell zone, but look at your lower time frames. Okay, really watch those just until we get a better idea of what's going on with the euro dollar on the daily time frame. Okay. So that's my plan, and hope you guys are having a good one out there. It's beautiful out, at least here in Michigan it is, and I hope you all are staying safe and healthy, and that all of your loved ones are safe and healthy during this crazy time in the world. You guys have a good one. Cheers to a great trading week, and if you're a Slick Trade member, I will see you in the room.